Hey everybody, Lauren here, your favorite entrepreneurial mentor, teacher, and coach for all things productivity, habits, and mindset. I'm here to talk to you today about how to make more clear decisions, so clearer decisions. And I was just on a call with somebody and we were discussing this because she had a lot of fear around making decisions and that they were scary, and that oftentimes she had a problem with taking action in her business and in her life for that matter because of fear involved with making the wrong decisions. And so one of the analogies I brought up with her is, where does that strength come from? Where does it come from for you to make confident decisions even if you don't know what the outcome will be, if it's scary? And so the thing that was happening with her is that she had ran her business for multiple years now, but her business was plateauing at a certain level. And it was plateauing mostly because she knew that she was experiencing a lot of fear on making the right decisions or wrong decisions, that it would basically destroy her business and that she would lose her freedom of being a business owner. So my analogy is this. There is a difference between jumping into the pool on your own, right? Because you know that you can go underwater and still be able to hold your breath, that you can swim confidently enough no matter how deep you get, that you'll be able to get to the surface, right? Like when you jump into the pool, there's a certain level of inner knowing that you have in order to do that. Well, that affects everyone around as well, right? Like if you see someone jumping into a pool, without anything being said, you know that that person has the feeling that they can make it, that they can survive. They have that inner knowing, that confidence of their skill that they can do it. That's quite different than someone running up behind you and pushing you into the pool. So yes, you're still in the water, right? You're still in the pool, but the fear, right? Something scary has forced you into that situation. And that's how she was making decisions, was that once she was forced into making the decision, then she would make one. Whether it be good or bad, she made the decision, right? And, same thing. If someone forces you and pushes you into the pool, okay, you can hold your breath quickly and make it, right? And hopefully you can swim and you get to the surface. Maybe they know you can, and so they do it. But the whole experience is completely different because you don't go from an inner knowing of knowing that you can survive, right? You go from it of like, oh, wow, this is scary. I hope I do survive. So the three main tools that I told her, or I wanted her to start practicing in order to make better decisions, was ways to develop that inner knowing and ways to, develop that confidence in knowing that you don't know what the outcome will be, but you have to trust that the outcome can come out equally as right, if not more so, as strongly as you trust that it can go wrong. So those three things are: one, whenever you're faced with fear-based things, you get in the practice of working through them. So just like I've talked about in the past before, of setting a timer for 5 minutes to take action on something that you really don't want to do, when you do that, you're actually forcing yourself to get comfortable with things that are scary or you don't want to do or you would put off for fear of doing bad decisions, right? It's that knowingly putting things off that you know you need to do. So go ahead, and when you know you need to do something, take action on it, even if it's for 5 minutes. So you get used to that discomfort. And then it's not discomfort anymore. It's like something normal. The next one is when you are overcome by fear or anxiety or those negative feelings, that you take a beat and you think of something that you're grateful for. So what does that do? It actually takes you out of this part of your brain and moves you into the other parts of the brain. And so you get more clarity on what is real and what isn't. So fear and anxiety are all those things is when you're completely caught up in the story that's all in here. So when you're completely caught up in that story, you can't make clear decisions. You're going to make fear-based decisions. So if you can take a beat in that moment, think of something that you're grateful for, even if it's extremely difficult to do, and no matter how minor it is, that will move you out of this part of the brain into more of a grounded feeling and feel-based part of the brain. The third is get in the practice of trusting your intuition. So all of these things, the things that I just told you, actually help support your intuitive development. When you are practiced at feeling what feels right versus what feels good and bad, and what feels heavy and hard versus what feels right and expansive, then you can make clear decisions based on knowing that when you make an intuitive decision, it's a feel first and then a thought. It doesn't have all this chatter involved with it, but it does have fear involved with it on the up front. The key with intuitive decisions is that even though there's fear, there's an expansive element to it. It feels lighter and brighter, even though it's scary, because why? You don't know how it's going to turn out. So you have to trust. That's the thing with intuitive decisions, is that you have to trust that it will turn out right. And you have to trust that stronger than you trust that it'll turn out wrong. So all three of those things, when you put those things into practice, you can for sure, even if they're scary, even if they're uncomfortable, even if there's lots of unknowns, be able to make better decisions in your business if you put these things into practice. So until next time, put those things into practice, do it, and I will see you next time. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click on the link below and subscribe and click the bell so you get notifications each time I upload a video if you're on YouTube. And be sure to follow my Instagram page if you are on Instagram. If you'd like to schedule a call with me, go ahead and go to the links in the description or on my page, and you'll be able to get to me. Until next time.